Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna to explain about B-spline curve in computer graphics, wherein these concepts of B-spline curves came to resolve the disadvantages having by Bezier curves. As well, all know that both curves are parametric in nature. In Bezier curves, we face a problem when we change any of the control point respective location, the whole curve shape gets changed. But here B-spline curves, the only a specific segment of the curve shape gets changes are affected by the changing of the corresponding location of the control points. In the B-spline curve, the control points impart local control over the curve shape rather than the global control like a Bezier curve. B-spline curve shape before changing the position of control point P1. Here we can observe in the diagram showing presenting in the screen. This seems to showing separation between two segments of the curve. In this, it have control points like from P0 to P0, P1, P2, and up to P3. B-spline curve shape after changing the position of the control point P1, where we observed before that before changing the position, and we can observe now after changing the position it will like how. You can see the above figure that only the segment first shape, as we have only changed the control point P1. The shape of segment 2 remains intact. B-spline curve. As we see above, that the B-spline curves are independent of the number of control points and made up of joining the several segments smoothly, where each segment shape is decided by some specific control points that come in that region of a segment. Consider a curve given below, where we can observe curved that diagram were representing in the screen, where in this point it have from P0 to P6, P7 up to P7 we can see. And now we come for attributes of the curve. The attributes of these curves are like we have n plus 1 control points in the above, so we have that n plus 1 is equals to 8, so n is 7. N is equals to 8 because we have started from 0 to 7, so we get as total 8. Let's assume that the order of this curve is k, so the curve that we get will be of a polynomial degree of k minus 1. Conventionally, it's said that value of k must be in the range like 2 is less than or equals to k, and the k is less than or equals to n plus 1. So let us assume that k is equals to 4, so the curve degree will be k minus 1 is equals to 3. The total number of segments for this curve will be calculated to the following formula. This total number of segment is like n minus k plus 2 is equals to 7 minus 4 plus 2 is equals to 5. This is the calculated method. And we have that segments control points parameters. Controlling parameters is begins from the 0, that is S0, where from according to P, that is P0 and the P1 and the P2 and the P3, where 0 is less than or equals to T and the T is the less than or equals to 2. And according to from S1, the P1 and the P2 and the P3 and the P4, we have that 2 is less than or equals to T and the T is less than or equals to 3. And where if we from the S2, P2 and the PT, P3 and the P4 and the P5 and the 3 is less than or equals to T and the T is less than or equals to 4. Where from S3, we have that P3 and the P4 and the P5 and the P6 is from 4 is less than or equals to T and the T is less than or equals to 5. And from S4, P4, P5, P6, P7 we can see, and is from 5 is less than or equals to T and the T is less than or equals to 6. Nodes in B-spline curves. The points between the two segments of a curve that join each other, such points are known as nodes in B-spline curves. In this case of a cubic polynomial degree curve, the nodes are n plus 4, but in other common cases we have that n plus k plus 1 nodes. So for the above curve, the total nodes vector will be like total node is equals to k plus n plus k plus 1 is equals to 7 plus 4 plus 1 is equals to 12, where we get this nodes vector could be of three types. The first is uniform, it is also called as periodic, and the open uniform and the non-uniform. And we have some equations to B-spline curves. Equation of the spline curves is as follows. Where we can observe equation as presented in screen, where Nik is basic function of B-spline curve, where Pi, Kt are correspondingly represent the control points degree parameters of the curves. And we have equation from Ni, K and T. And following are some conditions for xi are as follows, where xi is equals to 0 if ik, and xi is equals to I minus k plus 1, and if k is less than equals to I and I is less than equals to n, and xi is equals to 0 if in some cases of basic functions where we observed in screen were presented here. These are some basic cases of this function. And finally we have the properties of B-spline curve. Each basic functions has a 0 or positive value for all parameters. Each basic function has one maximum value except for k is equals to 1. The degree of B-spline curve polynomial does not depend on the number of control points, which makes it more reliable to use than a Bezier curve. B-spline curve provides the local control through control points over each segment of the curve. The sum of basis functions for a given parameter is 1. Thank you.